Well, it says I'm live, so we'll see. I do not have Ian yet. He is enjoying the joys of home ownership. He's out buying a new water heater. So, if you would like to donate, please do so. We are again splitting between heating and air conditioning on a daily basis. So, anything is appreciated.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over here and like complain about the weather for like 2 minutes here. Because it's like 40 in the morning and almost 90 at night.
Yeah.
And I am not okay with this. I am not okay with it. Hi, gang.
Welcome to Texas.
Well, Texas is drunk and has been.
Yeah, it's not Oregon.
It's not Oregon.
Cold, wet, and rainy 330 days a year.
No, it is not. But we tell people that, so they'll stop moving there. So
hell, I've been up there, and when you have people running out of the building, going, "Oh my God, what is that big bright thing in the
giant
sky?"
yellow orb in the sky, bird of calf danger.
Yeah.
So no, they don't know how to deal with sunshine.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Sam Robb, and he was complaining because the weather darkness is setting in, and I said, you could come to Texas where it's aggressively bright and cheerful all winter. I mean, to the point I want to punch things because I'm used to it being dark. It's supposed to be miserable and awful. So anyway, go ahead.
And the coffee, King Harv's, it keeps us functional in more ways than one.
Yes.
And if you want to try the different blends, they have a number of them. Feel free to pick
30,
one.
About 30 or something, 40, something like that.
We are responsible for at least 2 of them.
We're responsible for so many things.
Yeah.
So,
but tell them you heard about it here. And Among the Leaves tees, our good friend Jim, Snarky t-shirts.
Yes.
And plenty of them.
Yeah. You know what? Our drug deal tamale guy showed up yesterday.
Yay.
Yeah. And I got his phone number because, of course, I had no cash, right? And he said, but he's taking orders for Thanksgiving. So I'm giving you the drug deal tamale.
Mine.
Yeah. You get, these are so good.
Yeah.
So anyway, he walked in. I'm like, where have you been? And then he's like, oh, sorry. Been kind of busy. And I'm like, so, but anyway, there's your drug deal tamale guy.
Yay.
And if you want, he has some really wonderful varieties. So I only came over to complain about the weather. I really should be packing for Dickens Fair. So
yeah, well, we're going to lose you for 6 weeks.
Yes. Well, I won't necessarily be lost, but I just won't be here.
Yeah.
So you guys have to not burn the place down while I'm gone, please. And like you keep the heat on because who knows what it's going to do while I'm gone.
We'll miss your snark in your comments.
Me?
Yes.
Totally snarky. I get it.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Right? I don't know what they're talking about. So
yes, she will be behind enemy lines for 6 weeks.
Though, but I'm going to be 5 blocks from the ocean. I'm over in Outer Sunset, which is on the Pacific side of the peninsula, and right off of Asian Row. I'm 2 blocks away is like Dumpling Row of all the different Asian neighborhoods and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that, because the food is good, and the Asian grannies will shank people who are not behaving appropriately. So it's a pretty safe neighborhood. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just watch where you step.
Yeah. Actually, in that neighborhood, they keep their sidewalks very clean. So it's a nice part. It's a nice part of San Francisco. And like a lot of big cities, there's like isolated areas that are really bad, but everyone's like, oh my God, you're going to California.
Downtown San Francisco.
Yeah, you don't go there.
Fuck away.
We don't go there anymore. I mean, I used to go down to the Ferry Building, which was really beautiful.
Yeah.
But I just don't even bother now. You will take heart in knowing that I will not go to Oakland and talk to gang members this time.
Thank you.
Because the Korean guy retired and the fabric store isn't there anymore. So I can't go there. So yeah, it's nice. So did you see this?
Yes.
That's my grandma.
That.
Yeah. So look, I was like cleaning up stuff. My grandma, my mother's mom, was actually at Pearl Harbor when it happened. So, and she smuggled out newspapers. They were actually stripping newspapers out of people's luggage and everything when they put them on the boat because they didn't want it. So she put them in the lining of her trunk and brought them home. So those are now in the museum in Honolulu. So
good.
Yeah, that's where we sent them. So anyway, I'm going to run away. I just want to come say hey.
Hi, bye.
So It'll be here soon.
Yeah, I don't miss Vallejo at all. I don't miss
Oh, that's awful. Yeah.
any of California. I miss some of the people, but as far as California, no, that can fuck off and die.
I do love the redwoods. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Well, I would love California if they would just do one little change.
Yeah.
If they would take all the Californians and move them 30 miles west,
Yeah.
and leave them there.
Not all of them, because there's a whole bunch of red counties there that have to deal with the ones that we'd like to drop into the
you
city.
move them 30 miles west, they're in the water.
Yes, I know.
It's the Washington, Illinois situation all over again. The farmers are.
If we could just drop off, the western side of the states into
Yeah.
the ocean, the rest of the folks are pretty okay.
Yeah.
So,
Come on, San Andreas Fault.
We've been begging for that since the 60s.
Yeah. Yeah. Some folks got to enjoy the Aurora Borealis down further south than normal. Sadly, I have too many trees in my yard and I couldn't see a damn thing, plus the clouds.
Mostly the clouds.
Yeah. So we were living vicariously through our friend Brian and Dawn and a few others. So thank you for posting the pictures.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I had my experience with them up in the high Arctic, so it's definitely a different view.
They're lovely, but I'm not sure it's worth going up where they're regular for the weather.
Yeah. Well, I have literally sat on the ramp in northern Alaska and was able to read a book in the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
It was that bright.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And they do get some rather interesting colors. Apparently, a lot of folks were seeing red. Most of what you see in the high Arctic is green to golden yellow. Yeah. Yeah. Brennan and Emily got more than just red. Yeah. Western Washington. Hey, Nancy, it's cloudy up there 330 days a year. I mean, y'all live with that. The sun comes out and everybody goes, what the hell is that?
Oh.
Emma.
Well, they burn instantly.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with that.
I can remember being in Germany.
Yeah.
And the part of Germany we were in, when the sun came out, we all went outside and looked at it.
Yeah.
It didn't rain that much. It was just a constant cloud cover.
Yeah. Okay, picky. 287 days, Nancy.
All I know is the time I spent at SeaTac, it rained every day.
Yeah. Sorry, Kermit. Hey, Dawn. Good pictures last night. Thank you. Well, we have a functional government again, for what that's worth.
Wait a minute.
For values of functional.
We have never had a functional government that I can remember.
Well, they're paying bills, so people are getting paychecks. But apparently, in a rather interesting synergy, 8 more Democrats in the House side decided to vote with Republicans. So we had 8 in the Senate, 8 in the House. And apparently the Dems are literally melting down.
Well, that's what happens when you splash water on AOC.
Well, they should try holy water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Ian is in a mood.
You know, if someone took a holy water sprayer into Congress, one of the ones like you used to spray
Yeah.
fields, we could solve a whole lot of government problems right away.
Shoot out 500 rounds in a shotgun.
Holy water make AOC explode.
I'm melting.
Yeah.
I have a couple of rants.
And here we go. Feel free.
Well, first off, my water heater exploded this morning, so that's been fun. And while I was waiting for the drone at Home Depot to find a water heater that we wanted, I decided to look at my Substack. I should not have done that because Substack has this neat feature where it shows you articles and Substacks that might interest you.
Okay.
This morning, the one that might interest me was entitled "Psyop of the Century: The Facts Behind the Charlie Kirk Assassination Hoax."
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And they base this on two things. The first one was they can't find a registered grave. No shit. One, if he's got a grave, I'm really sure his grieving widow does not want a bunch of fucktards to come desecrate it on the regular.
Yep.
Second, if he was cremated, it's really hard to register Mount Rushmore or wherever she dumped the ashes, or her mantelpiece, or the attic, or wherever. Second, oh, there's no coroner's report. He's obviously still alive. Okay. Stay in your lane, you fucktards. Because a coroner's report is only required for a suspicious, unaccompanied death. One, when he died, he was not unaccompanied. Trust me, there are medical people out the wazoo.
And that was not suspicious.
And it's not a suspicious death. We pretty much know exactly what killed Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
You don't need a coroner's report. What's the coroner going to do? Come in? Yep, that's why he's dead.
Yep.
That hole right there.
That hole and all the blood being gone.
Oh, look, he's out of blood. That's why he's dead.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. There's no registered grave. No shit. Because if Charlie Kirk had a registered grave, a whole bunch of leftists would be desecrating it every friggin' day.
There have been a number of people whose graves were never registered for obvious reasons. What you just said.
Well, I have to say, if Pelosi is ever staked and put into a casket, I might stop by and
Her
donate
grave
her a bottle of whiskey
probably
after filtering it through the kidneys.
Yeah.
probably won't be registered either.
Yeah.
But seriously, these are the, well, I can't find registered grave. What if he was cremated, dumbass?
Yeah.
Oh, and oh my God, she's not acting the right way. What is the right way for a grieving widow to act?
Yeah, that's
Seriously. Oh, she's hugging people. No crap. Again, stay in your lane, because as somebody who's had to deliver the bad news on several traumatic, unexpected deaths, people get huggy with unexpected traumatic deaths. If Peepaw kicks off at 98, you kind of expect it. If your husband is killed at 30-something, you don't expect it. And people, especially on the distaff side of the species, tend to like to engage in touching rituals to reassure everybody that everybody's still alive.
I know that the funeral in Kentucky was famous for two things. One, the quantity of food that was brought in by all the people that ever knew the family.
yep.
And two, the fact that everybody had to hug the recently widowed or whatever person and tell them how sorry they were about it. And I mean, it was like you said, it's a hug fest.
Yeah, well, and throughout 6 months or a year after.
Swear to God, the frozen shredded potatoes supply dipped dramatically with the funeral potatoes. So,
But
Yeah.
I don't know. In the West, the Southwest, the South, and the West, the ladies tend to get real huggy after traumatic deaths.
And the other thing to remember is everybody processes death differently.
Yeah.
There
When,
is no right way. There is no wrong way.
we had a bull rider, 20-something, was riding a bull, and things did not go well. And the widow, for about a year, she was real touchy, and she wasn't touchy before.
Yeah.
But watching her husband get trampled and stuff caved in front of her, she needed reassurance. So she got real touchy. Lay off.
Well, and I've known people that they lost a close family member unexpectedly, and that you couldn't have told that anything had ever happened from their behavior.
Yeah.
Till a year later, and suddenly they're a mess because it finally caught up to them. They finally realized and processed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people don't grieve for a long time after, and other people,
Some people internalize it, never grieve.
yeah, and other people, if your second cousin's roommate's daughter's best friend's cat dies, are weepy all over the place.
Yeah. Emoting everywhere. Yes.
And let's not forget, Erica Kirk is not hugging strangers. Yeah, she's hugging JD Vance. They're good friends.
Yeah.
The distaff side of species I know of tend to hug good friends. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Don, your situation's a little special with the
Yeah.
dogs that you have. And that had to have been interesting for the sheriff to see whether or not Squirrel was going to bite him.
Nick Freitas, who I am a fan of. Those you don't know, he's a former Virginia state delegate, fairly libertarian,
Yeah.
and a retired Sergeant First Class Green Berets, Special Forces.
Is it Ned or Nick?
Nick Freitas.
Yeah.
Freitas, I don't know. One of these days I'm gonna buy that man a beer. But several years back, some young lady got stupid on TikTok. I realized, big shock. And said, it has this very famous clip, if you would shoot somebody for stealing your dog, it means you value a dog's life more than a person's life. And he had that, and then he's got it. You would not expect a Sergeant First Class Special Forces to have a Yorkie, a miniature Yorkie, but he does.
Yeah.
He said, it's not that I value baby girl's life over humans. It's just that they don't value their life as much, and I'm just honoring that.
Yep.
So I linked that on Facebook and said, if you try to steal or hurt one of my dogs and I have to mark you, please understand that I will be much more merciful than Rita ever would be.
Yeah.
Well,
Marcus
and to be-
Luttrell. Another
And to be
example.
perfectly honest with you, let's take something of almost no value, a bologna sandwich. I'm sorry, but if it's my bologna sandwich, I value it more than your life.
If I don't
Okay.
know you, I value my breakfast more than your life.
Now, if I know you, I may give you the bologna
Yeah.
sandwich or whatever.
You ask for it. Hey, you can have a bologna sandwich. Here you go.
But if I don't know you and you're trying to take it,
Stand by. Yeah.
Hands off my stuff. Rita and I have developed, I used to have, I don't give money to people begging. Because I've been a cop for too long.
Yeah.
Rita and I have a system where if we see somebody begging that looks desperate, we'll buy them a meal. We'll go to Subway or McDonald's and we'll get a #1 combo, and here you go. You're hungry, eat.
Yeah.
That's for strangers. I would rather, if you need something done, come help you, give you a meal rather than hand you cash. That's just not a big fan of, if you need cash, something's wrong.
the GoFundMe's of the last decade or two. I remember one particular
She's grinning. Why is she grinning at me?
that
Okay.
I'm just enjoying the show.
Okay.
one in particular where the baby was born with open spine and had
Oh,
all kinds of troubles, and it was not going to survive as anything other
Yeah.
than a vegetable.
Yeah.
These people were begging for money so that they could have the millions of dollars of care money to keep this. I'm sorry, it had no brain.
Yeah.
Keeping it alive was,
It's not my call.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have donated to several GoFundMe's for things that for like legal expenses.
Yeah, we've done it for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People with heart infections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people, we for medical expenses, for legal expenses, yeah. If somebody, Carlton, last time I tried that, I was told they were vegan. If you're starving and you're still vegan, you're stupid. You deserve to die.
We had,
Well, I mean, I'd just like to bring up the case of Rick Santorum's daughter.
Yeah.
She was given a terminal diagnosis. Oh, she's not going to make it to her first birthday. She's like 15 years old now.
Yeah.
You don't know how these things
Yeah.
are going to turn out. This is a human life.
yeah, there are different possibilities. But we had our sets, and I use that term. Depending on which road you were taking around Northern Virginia, sets of panhandlers.
Oh,
And they would be out there every day. And you had I'm a broken down vet. I'm starving. My children are starving. Man, I need $5 to get some gas to get home. And one guy was kind of aggressive about that. And I rolled my window down, looked at him, and I said, dude, you've been out here for 5 fucking days trying to get $5 from my ass for gas to get home. How far away do you fucking live?
that is Lisa. I've actually, I was going somewhere and I stopped at Love's west on the east side of Wichita Falls. I was filling up the car or pickup, whatever the hell I was driving. I was filling it up, and somebody whipped in behind me, which was a bad idea, and started begging me for cash. Oh, we have no fuel. We have no fuel. I looked in the car and there's a couple of kids, big-eyed kids in the back. Said, all right, back up a bit. We can reach the hose and I'll fill, I'll put $5-10 in your tank. Oh, sir, why don't you give me the money? If you need fuel, I'll put it in
Yeah.
the tank. No, sir, I said, then you need to step off.
Well, there used to be shifts of beggars.
Yep.
And when I say that, they were actually, I think they were on a rota.
Yeah.
Because it was at the
Uh-huh.
right beside the VA hospital in Dayton, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And every shift, it was every 2 hours, it was a different guy
Yeah.
out there. Homeless veteran needs help, and some of them may have been.
Yeah.
But at the time I was working, had medical problems out the ass, and one of these guys looked to be in much younger and in much better shape than me. I don't know. He may have had problems that I didn't know about. But when a 30-year-old man is trying to beg from a 60-year-old man,
Yep.
and saying that he can't work,
No, it's and there was one. We have a quick time in which I'll stop off there for a coffee and a burrito if I don't get coffee before I leave the house on the way to work. And I've been to Craig Douglas's classes, so I had my coffee and my burrito, and I was getting in the car. The guy walked up and said, "We need a ride." I said, "What?" He said, "My wife and I need a ride. She's hurt and she can't." I said, "Okay, where do you need a ride to?" He said, "It's just 2 blocks away." I said, "Fine." She gets in the car, you fucking walk.
Yeah.
No. I said, "Then best of luck to you," and
Yeah.
drove off. Because I've been in Craig Douglas class and I've had to fight in the car.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting 2 people in the car.
Non-savant, Robert, you're both correct. A friend of mine was a cop in Philly for a number of years, made detective, and a panhandler made the mistake of getting aggressive with his wife.
Mm.
So he started checking this dude out. Well, the more he checked, the more he found out that, yeah, this guy was a panhandler for a living.
Professional.
He was a professional. He was making about $60,000 a year panhandling.
They wasn't paying tax on.
He was not paying tax on it. And he also was going over to Atlantic City and gambling
Hmm.
and winning. And this guy was driving a brand new fucking SUV, lived in a nice house.
Because you're making 60 grand a year under the table without paying taxes.
Well, that he was making about between 90 and 100,000 a year between the panhandling and the gambling,
Whoo!
and not paying taxes on any of it.
Knew a guy in New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And the guy was okay. He had called anybody in fandom to
Yeah.
include Brian Gannad.
Yeah.
Skinny.
Yeah.
I mean, he was enormous. He had on overalls.
Yeah.
That looked like they had been made out of several sets because
Yeah,
They
Omar the
couldn't-
tent maker was
Yeah.
his tailor. Yeah,
and B, they had been buried under a landfill for several years before he put them on.
Yeah.
Huge beard down to his navel, all kinds of bugs and whatever in it. And I mean, and you could smell him.
Yeah.
And he did quite well.
Yeah.
How well did he do? After he got done panhandling for the day, and he panhandled at malls.
Yeah.
After he got done panhandling for the day, he'd go get in his old beater car.
Yeah.
Which was, a 20-year-old, whatever. Drive back to his garage, the one that he rented that wasn't part of his house.
Yeah.
Switch to his good car, and after taking a shower and changing into his business suit.
Yeah.
And drive home to his house in the very nice neighborhood in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
He was probably one of the most financially secure people in Albuquerque.
well, Sean got this guy thrown in prison
Oh, good.
for tax evasion.
Oh, good.
Couldn't get him for panhandling, but got him for tax evasion.
I don't know what hacks me off worse is the professionals or the people that with no money that take off just expecting that when they run out of gas, they'll panhandle for it. I don't know which one. I don't know which one pisses me off worse. Because in Amarillo is pretty much, it's almost dead center on I-40.
Yep.
So people going from wherever in the east to California, or from California to wherever in the east, would run out of gas about Amarillo. And they didn't bring any money.
Yeah.
They just, when they got there and they started hitting fumes, they'll just panhandle for it. I don't know which one pisses me off worse.
That actually happened to me on this last trip up to Colorado
Did it?
at that pilot.
Yep.
Where I always turn
Yep.
on 335.
Yep.
Well, what I hate is you're walking down a city street. Let's say you're going to the UPS store because your company has you mailing a package back to company headquarters. And there are 10 or 15 people on the way. Hey man, got a quarter, got a cigarette.
Mm,
Hey man, can I have $1?
No.
And I mean, and they get threatening about it.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Eugene.
And that's when you go, really, motherfucker?
oh, that's when you pull the nozzle out of your tank and and put the nozzle back in.
Well, I didn't mind them getting threatening about it because until a couple of years ago, I never had any doubt that I could kick their asses.
Yeah.
Now it would scare me because I know I
I
can't.
don't have an issue. I get Dawn was saying something about how they wind up in her after they leave Amarillo. I do not understand. Short of desperation, and I've been in desperate straits before, and I never took off without a means to get to my destination. I may not have had food, but I had enough fuel or transpo to get to my destination.
Yeah.
I never just took off and knowing that halfway there, I out of transpo and just depend on the kindness of strangers. That is not a plan.
Well,
Well, I'm old enough to remember when you could literally hitchhike across the country.
yeah, I have done it.
Well, that's because the T-Rexes kept the predators off the road, Jim.
Oh, hush.
And there weren't any T-Rexes. It was
Yeah.
just saber-tooths.
Dimetrodons.
Now I have gone across country without the wherewithal to get where I was going.
I haven't.
Yeah, that's
got-
the
Beat
Well,
out of me. And
I thought I had the wherewithal.
Oh.
I had several $1,000s in the bank. Then I found out that no, you cannot cash a check anywhere. At least at that particular time in the late 70s, early 80s, trying to cash a check
Yeah.
at any place other than your home bank.
was hard.
And if you were trying to get across Texas after leaving Louisiana,
Yeah.
It was, you're going to have to stay for 3 days while the check clears.
Yeah.
Well,
and
Yeah,
if I had-
Kermit's got a good point. Older couple begging, 5 p.m. hit, get into a minivan and leave. Return trip, they were still begging, and
same corner
same
with
corner
lawn
with-
chairs.
lawn chairs, portable shade in the cooler. Yeah,
I've bailed out of so many countries since I was 2. Seriously, my family's had to bail out of countries. We've had to leave countries that went up in flames. There's always some cash. There's always enough money to buy fuel to get somewhere.
yeah,
Oh.
Kermit. I had a friend who was originally from Spain, and she was touring the world, and she had enough money that she had cars in multiple countries.
Yeah, it's Kermit's talking
Yeah,
about that.
because she would bounce back and forth. But she was technically homeless because she didn't have a place to live other than at home in Spain. So even though she had money and she had vehicles,
she did not have a permanent address.
she did not have a permanent address, so she was considered homeless. Yeah.
Crew Grand and High Power. That was after I was a man grown. And I'm here to tell you, when the U.S. outlawed Krugerrands, it put a massive dent in my stuff.
Yeah.
Although I think Krugerrands are legal again in
Yeah.
the stateside. Oh, and the U.S. said Krugerrands are evil. Shit.
Excuse me, I gotta go make a phone call.
You go make a phone call.
It's measured amounts of gold. How can it be evil?
Because it came from an evil place. That was a pain because all I had was friggin' Krugerrands. I was shooting high power by age 5. I started shooting really early, folks. The first rifle I got that was mine, my dedicated rifle, I was 12.
My uncle still tells a story about how when I was 3, I shot him with his own gun.
Like you do.
Well, he was beating up my favorite aunt.
Well, that was
He was 16, she was 14, something like that. And I was like 3, and he'd just been showing me how to shoot. And then he gets a fight with my aunt in front of me. And he knows that, he was my favorite uncle. He was my favorite male relative. But that was my aunt, and I loved her. So I shot him in the neck.
that happens. When I was in basic, the first time I pulled a trigger on an M16, I stopped and looked at it. I had drill started. What's your major malfunction, numbnuts? It's not hurting you. It's like I grew up shooting an FAL, Sergeant. Carry on. It went pop. It's like, this is a gun?
I remember going out on the range to fire the M79 grenade launcher.
Bloop.
I love a bloop gun. Did not like the M203, but the M79 I loved. It pointed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're giving us all these warnings about you really have to suck that tight against your shoulder, and it really kicks
The
hard.
79? It
M79.
doesn't kick worth a damn.
No, it doesn't.
It's a low impulse. Never mind.
but they're warning everybody, you know, how bad this thing kicks. So I snug it down, and I'm figuring, you know, at least a 10 gauge, maybe an 8 gauge, and it, punk.
Yeah.
I thought you said this thing kicked. It does for most people who don't know how to shoot.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
No, I pulled a trigger on M16. I literally stopped and looked at it. I thought it misfired.
Because it doesn't have any kick at all.
What's your major malfunction? No nuts. Grew up shooting FAL, Sergeant. Carry on.
It's real easy. The M16 has as much kick as a 22 long rifle pistol, automatic, semi-automatic. So it's the same kick as that, which means that if you're expecting it to kick like a rifle,
Yeah,
it throws you.
like a battle rifle. FAL, well, I do love the FAL. If your 12 has some oomph to it, it will turn you about a quarter way around. I couldn't understand the people in basic training that were having problems shooting the M16. Like this thing, it doesn't kick
At all.
if I shoot them with this, are they going to know they got shot?
Well, you know, I had little Remington 22 semi-automatic
Mhm.
as a kid.
I still got mine.
Well, I had it. I think it was 21 shots if you loaded it full up. And it was a fun little plinker. It also kicked more than the M16,
Mm.
or at least as much.
I had been shooting FAL. I'd been shooting safari rifles, 12 gauges, and then I got that was probably until my father bought me a 22 long rifle. That was probably the smallest caliber I'd shot, because
Well, what my problem with the M16 wasn't really the lack of kick. I could adjust to that. It was the fact that I'm used to laying down with a rifle and pointing it at the target before I aim. And when I start aiming, I'm already pretty much dead nuts on.
okay,
Then you get the M16 and you point it at the target, and then you get up here to see the sight that's an inch and a half above where
2
it
inches
should be.
above the bore.
Yeah.
Really weird.
And you have to. It didn't shoot right.
No, I like them. I've gotten good with the M4 series. I've gotten good with it because that's all the military law enforcement carry these days. So I can run an M4 and better than the average bear, I would guess. I'm not bad with one, and I have to admit that I've got a Daniel Defense AR-10 that is probably better in every way than an FAL. Probably a little more ergonomic, probably a little more accurate. Probably better all around, but I still miss the first few magazines out of the AR-10. I'm trying to rock and lock them. In an FAL, it's you put it in an angle and then you rock it back and it locks in. Largest caliber I shot was a 470 something, .470. And Dad's 375. That thing would horse me around like nobody's business.
You never shot a 50?
I've shot it not as in Africa. 470. I forget what the 470. It's not Rigby, is it?
No,
Weatherby?
No.
it's an odd one. Remember that 418 Rigby that weighed 6.5 pounds?
416 Rigby that weighed 6.5 pounds. No,
Yeah, I shot it once.
I've shot a shit ton of 50s, just not in Africa. I've shot M2s,
M82s.
M82s, there's a redone M2 for turret use in the M60 tanks.
Yeah.
It's the M9 something. It's got short barreled and electrically fired. You reach up in the cupola and smack the servo and make it fire. 470 Nitro Express. Thank you. I've shot any number of 50s. It's just not. I didn't in Africa.
Well, that was my youngest daughter.
How's your youngest daughter?
Not worth a shit.
Oh,
But we now know what's causing her arm problems. She went back to the surgeon who did her shoulder surgery, which, by the way, Workman's Comp never paid for,
of course.
because they said it was not related to her original injury, which it was,
Okay.
when she fell out of the ambulance or was knocked out of the ambulance.
Well, they were fleeing the fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has a cervical rib.
She has a what?
A growth off of C7,
Oh shit.
which is impacting the top of the rib,
Yeah.
which also is impacting apparently the brachial artery,
Yeah. I'll do that.
which explains why her left hand turns blue,
It's not getting
not getting the blood flow.
it's not getting perfusion.
So
Yeah.
you got to go in there and file it off.
Cut it off. But this surgeon is good. He's a former Navy surgeon, worked with the SEALs out of San Diego. And as he said, he told me after he did my daughter's surgery, he said, I've seen some stuff, and her injury was almost as bad as stuff I've seen at work.
No, I believe it.
But she got back in to see him after the CAT scan, which was only C3 through 6. They didn't look any further down.
Morons.
And he set her up with an x-ray. And that's when they found the cervical rib. Basically what it is a, for those of you that have bone spurs, it's a bone spur that grows sideways. Don't lose that. Just pause off.
Drug deal tamale guy.
Yes. She gave me that.
Drug deal tamales.
So-
Came in yesterday.
Came in yesterday.
Yes. And he said he's taking orders for Thanksgiving. So
So she now knows what the problem is.
Good.
Now the problem is going to be getting it paid for,
Hmm.
which is probably going to be through her husband's insurance again.
Fixing to say she needs to give send go. It's medical. I'll donate to medical.
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
But it's friggin' frustrating because this is going on 4 years now.
Because she's in California.
Welcome to California.
So I fired a 600 Nitro Express, and I irritated the old boy that asked me if he wanted to shoot it. I said sure, and he had a sandbag and wanted me to nestle down behind the sandbag. So I picked it up because I'm not shooting a 600 Nitro Express off sand, laying down off sandbag. Standing up lets your body absorb the recoil.
Yeah. If you shoot a Barrett, for example, or anything in that caliber range, after about 3 rounds, you're courting getting a concussion.
Especially those Barretts.
Yeah.
The that lovely great compensator on the muzzle that cuts down the recoil. Yeah, makes it directs all of the muzzle blasts right there. It doesn't go that way anymore. It goes that way.
45-degree angle.
And you will feel it in your teeth when you first. I won't shoot a Barrett more than twice because you feel it in your teeth.
But it's no stronger than a 12 gauge.
No.
Shooting slugs.
No. As a matter of fact, I consider it to be easier than 12 gauge
Yeah.
slugs. It's got a, and I will lay down behind a Barrett because the entire barrel and receiver assembly slide back on each shot, and it's got that bloody huge compensator that's very effective.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad to shoot. It's just the only thing bad about it is the fact the concussion is right there.
Yeah.
And you feel it in your teeth.
There was There was a girl at Quantico who used to shoot with us. She's about Lisa's size. And she had her own Barrett M82.
Hmm.
She was a technical sniper for Capitol Police. And it just absolutely hilarious because here's this good looking little blonde girl, very bright, bubbly personality. Well, the gun damn near as big as she was. And accurate. Damn, she was accurate.
Well, remember Jen Hast behind that Barrett
Yeah.
in a cat suit.
I missed that, damn it.
Well, that video went around the internet with a quickness.
Yeah. The Barrett is its own special thing.
Very nice. Oh, thank you. 950 JG. No, I will not shoot that thing. I'm not stupid.
The Barrett, the 20 millimeter Barrett was a joke. They never built one. Although I did ask Ronnie at NRA a couple of years ago why he had a suppressor on a 50. And he grinned and said, because I can.
There was a company out of Lubbock that my brother, he went to a gun show in Wichita, and they Towner, they had built a couple of slide action rifles on 500 Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
The .500 Smith & Wesson pistol round. And they built a couple slide actions. And Chris invested a little in that company because he really wanted a 500 Smith & Wesson pump gun.
Yeah.
And they went paws up like most new,
Yeah.
like most new,
Startups.
yeah, most new gun companies do.
If you want an interesting one, excuse me. There's a company out of West Virginia called Taylor, and they make true reproductions. They are very well built reproductions of early Colts and Smiths.
Hmm.
And they are built to original spec. They are CNC machined and they're built out of better metal. But they are as smooth as anything you will ever see.
I think it was Towner. They're out of Lubbock.
Townsend?
Towner, it might have been Towner. They're out of Lubbock.
Yeah.
And they had 2 or 3 functioning, and they were good. They
Yep,
were
Taylor and Company, Kermit. Yes, they are very nice. They have a nice price with them too.
What caliber do they run?
They've got original caliber, so 36, 4440. They also do 357. They do 45. They'll do them in 38.
But this was a slim. They advertised as a hog gun.
Yeah.
And it was a slim 18-inch barrel, lovely wood. And I think they built it. It was built off the Mossberg 500 action, but don't quote me on that. In 500 Nitro Express.
Yeah.
And holy gods! And the one that they let Chris borrow, and he went out to shoot, and when he invested, I shot a couple of times. It was a lovely little rifle. It really would have been great for hogs. But I think most gun startups, they folded with a quickness.
Those Big Sky Armory lever guns. Yes.
Oh, no kidding. I don't have the
Yeah.
scratch for that.
Yeah.
I would love a big sky, but I don't have the money for it.
Yeah. Well, I still say you ought to convert that 30-30 you've got, that Marlin.
Convert it to
Send it to those guys, have them do a conversion on it.
it is a 1950s, got it from my grandfather, 1950s era, slim fore-end, no lawyer button, Marlin 336 3030. And it is a lovely little piece. I'm probably going to put a Skinner peep sight on it because peep sights, the way my eyes are going, a peep sight might work better than the buckhorns are on it now. But I can't see putting a scope on it. Scope lever actions just look weird to me.
Michael, I've seen those videos, and I'll ask the same thing I ask about why doing a 50 AK or 50 AR. Why? What's it going to buy you?
The 50 Beowulf that our game warden carries,
Yeah.
is it's interesting.
Yeah.
And the 458 SOCOMs are interesting, but I'm not a big fan.
I don't want to try to shoot that multiple times.
Mm-mm.
One, because of recoil, and two, that's going to wallow out those pins.
At the very least.
Yeah.
Savage 99s, Winchester, the 405 Winchester, and the Browning BLRs are designed for a scope. But for your standard, your Marlin 336s and your Winchesters, they don't look right with a scope. They really don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a scope on mine for years. Yeah, on his Brandon Herrera's case, because it's for the attention and for fun. Yeah.
And because he can. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Savant, I had a friend down in Louisiana, well, a friend of my cousin's husband, that we're kind of related to. We're like second or third cousins. But he owned a hardware store. And he got commemorative sets of all the Winchester rifles.
Oh.
And he got 3 sets of each, 3 of each. He sold 2 in the store, and he kept one.
one.
He has every Winchester commemorative rifle still in the original box, unfired.
I hate
Still
safe
in
queens.
2 entire gun safes.
I hate safe queens. I don't care if other people have safe queens, although I wonder why.
Yeah.
But everything I've got, I shoot.
Yeah.
I don't do safe queens. It's like having a racehorse and never letting it run.
Well, you're not a collector.
No,
Collectors are different from gun nuts.
Oh yeah.
that's like having a racehorse and never letting the thing run.
Well,
Why?
we saw that at Wanamaker when we went up there. Japanese can't own guns. Watched the Japanese guy pay $238,000 for a shotgun set. It was a Purdy
Why did he couldn't take it back to Japan? Why did he?
investment.
Oh,
It was a
Okay.
number 1 grade Purdy made for the Prince of Wales.
238,000 was cheap.
Yeah. The inlays were absolutely fantastic. It was
Oh, yeah.
a 28 gauge, 20 gauge, and I think the other one was a 410. 3 different barrels, fully engraved, and basically top of the line wood. I mean, it was presentation grade, and had never been fired.
Well, you know that there are people that if you could sell them a 36 Navy,
Yeah.
Remington, that had been owned by Wes Harden,
Yeah.
and it wasn't working, they would be happy to buy it in the same condition and keep it in that condition.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's not working, and pay big money for it because it's collectible.
Bat Masterson
Oh God,
was famous for that.
he would buy. He would be out of money. He would need drinking money, so he'd go buy a pistol, file some notches in the butt, and sell it to some guy's Bat Masterson's personal pistol.
Yeah. And he did that multiple
he did
times.
that a lot.
Yeah. There are stories.
I don't have say, I don't ding on people that do. You do you, boo.
Yeah.
But if I buy something, I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay, the difference is you're buying a gun, they're buying a collectible.
All right.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. They have driven prices on some of
No kidding.
the guns that we would consider shooters completely out of the market.
Between them and the government.
Yeah. I mean, Colt Python example. $3,000 to $5,000 for a Colt Python. Yeah.
And they were a nice pistol, but they weren't that nice.
That's what I
By comparison to the other ones at the time, yes, they were.
when I was first dating Rita back in
Alex Wakel, yeah. Oh,
oh
God.
God, that man, his collection, holy God! But he shoots his.
Yeah.
I think back in 2008, Rita took me to a gun store, the famous gun store in Dallas,
Yeah.
where what's his name bought the ammo before he thumped.
Jack Ruby.
Was it Jack Ruby
Yeah.
or was it Oswald?
I thought it was Jack Ruby.
Something to do with the Kennedy assassination was around this gun store. So she took me there because history.
Yeah.
And that was right before I was standing in the middle of the road on an X looking up the book repository and saying, who the hell says this is a bad shot?
Yeah.
Anyway, and she looked in the case and said, ooh, I want that. And I looked at it and it was a Colt Python for $2,000. Of course you do, baby. You pick the most expensive thing in the gun case. You don't know a thing about guns.
Yeah.
No, seriously, folks. If you think if you listen to the fucktards saying how difficult a shot
It's not.
Lee Harvey Oswald made, go to Dealey Plaza, stand on the X, and look at the window it came from. It ain't a hard shot.
Yeah. It's signed bill of sale for the pistol that killed Hitler.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Brother than Killer's grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris has or used to have this little ritual he would go through about a month before the anniversary of the Kennedy assassination. He got to the gun range and grab up a handful of empty rifle cases, go to the grassy knoll and scatter them around. He said he did it just so he could watch some Japanese tourists lose their mind.
Yeah.
That said that brief spark of happiness.
Oh, yeah. We know, Richard.
What? My head snark. Okay.
Yeah. The shot was not that hard.
No, it wasn't.
The Carcano, on the other hand, is a piece of shit rifle.
It's like any other rifle. If you shoot it enough, you get to the point where its failures don't matter.
It is easy. The bolt cycle is easily, and that's about the best I can say about
Yeah.
Carcano.
I'm just saying that if you shoot a bad rifle often enough,
Yeah.
you can hit with it because you're used to its foibles.
Well, you'll hit within a 5 to 7 minute of angle.
In other words, minute of torso.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to go out there. He'd scatter a handful of brass just so some tourists would have that brief exultation. He said he was doing it for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, that golden was a Cabela's fine and it was unfired. That's good. I've got a 62. It was my 30-30 when I was turned 12. It's a 62 model. And that rifle I know for a fact has taken at least 75 deer.
Well, Carcano, we say the Carcano is POS, and it is, but they were $15
Yeah.
in the back of Shotgun News and were imported by the Pickle Barrel. And the Carcano has taken a lot of deer.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you have to say,
He was trained as a Marine. He could shoot.
he could shoot, yeah.
he's talking about the 62 he got when he was 12. I mean, if he kept it, a 1462 rifle would be worth a lot of money.
1962, not 1462.
Well, make up your mind. Did you get it when you were 12 or was it in 1962?
Chris, when the internet first came up, Chris got a friend in Japan and had him send the kanji for Captain so-and-so of the destroyer that ran over Kennedy's PT boat.
Yeah.
Sends his regards. And he was going to go down and carve it in the fence at the grassy knoll, and I talked him out of it. Chris has issues with Kennedy.
Well,
Yeah.
what I can't believe, when was Chris doing this, scattering the shells?
Oh God, from 1990 through 2015.
So 30 years after the assassination, people are finding brass and honestly think that
Oh, and they haven't. Well, they're English and Japanese tourists. They don't, they have a brief, yoo
Yeah.
Oh my God, look what I found.
Yeah.
And Chris just felt it, bought it, and it made him feel happy. Also, he's an epic troll. My little brother can troll like MSU back in the day when this would be 87, 88, 1987, 88. The little darlings MSU were having a some sort of protest. And Chris shows up, sees the protest, gets that particularly Chris look on his face, goes over to the library and photocopies and enlarges pictures of frilled lizards, the lizards.
Yeah.
Makes signs, join the protests, screaming about save the Nagas.
Yeah.
And managed to get the entire group of bug snipes to start chanting save the Naga. And he had this off the cuff, he's not related to me at all, this off the cuff speech about conditions in Naga ranches and how the Naga ranchers would force the Nagas to drink hydric acid so they could skin them.
Yeah.
And he had them all sorts of just up in an uproar until some professor had enough, him stomping along and yanking and snatched the microphone, tell people what hydric acid was and that Nagas didn't exist.
Well,
Yeah,
Nagas
Nancy,
existed. Where did they get Naga hide chairs from?
Exactly.
That's a good point. He says Gordon is tired of the guys buying the latest new hotness, deciding they can't afford it, and then wanting the shop to buy it back for the same
No.
dollars.
No,
No, it's used.
you bought it.
Yeah, that's
It's-
like our friend Ted when he still had his shop. The number of 50s, Smith & Wesson 50s he had in there
Yep.
with a box of ammo with 2 missing.
The number, I was talking before our local gun store closed down. Big mad here.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ted, who owned the gun store, about the number of airweight Smith & Wesson revolvers that would come back fired once.
Oh yeah,
He would try to talk somebody out of buying a Smith & Wesson airweight. They would anyway, shoot it once and bring it back.
and then there was that snubby from hell that
Oh my
Jay had.
God. The Scandium, which is lighter than the airweight.
Scandium
357.
357.
Jeez.
Okay.
That thing was meant to burn, even with
Okay. I like the plain vanilla Colt 1911.
Yeah.
That the Army issued for 100 years.
Yeah.
That's my preferred pistol.
Yep.
One of the reasons I like it is because it's a heavy piece of shit.
Yeah.
You don't have any issues when you're shooting it.
That's right.
Yes, you can jam. Any pistol can jam.
Yep. Anything, including a revolver, can jam.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And the difference between pistols and revolvers is when a revolver jams, you have to call off the war.
Yeah.
The majority in a semi-automatic pistol, the majority of failures you can be cleared by operator
Manipulation.
manipulation. A broken extractor is about the only thing that you can't clear in the field. With a revolver, there's just about one that you can clear in the field. When if anything else jams, you got to call off the war. If you get a case under the extractor star, you can clear that in the field.
Yep.
If your extractor star jumps the case, you got to go find a hammer, a mallet, and a nylon rod.
Or a wooden dowel,
No,
which is
wooden
what
dowel.
I keep in my
Yeah.
bag.
If the bullets jump the crimp and lock it up on the forcing cone, you got to call off the war. If the primer jumps under recoil and locks up against the back of the revolver, you got to call off the war.
If you were firing an old pistol and the wedge comes out, you got to stop the war, mainly because the cylinder fell out.
And then you got to try and find the wedge.
If you're panic stroking the extractor and you bend the extractor, which happens,
Yeah.
you got to call off the war. All of that deadlines and requires a gunsmith to fix. With a semi-automatic, if you break the extractor, you're screwed. unless it's an HK.
Yeah.
In which case you're screwed anyhow.
It's just everything else can be cleared.
Oh, it's an HK, you can throw it at them.
Yeah, there's that. The old HKs, those fluted chambers, did not actually require the extractor to pull the fired case out of the chamber. The fluted chamber, the directed the gas operation would throw the fired case out of the chamber. The only time the extractor was actually used was to pull an unfired case.
Not savant. Time out, you guys.
My gun broke. Yeah. And I love revolvers. I do. It's just the number of people. If you've ever seen somebody close a revolver by flipping it, smack them.
Yes.
Because if you bend a crane, and you can bend a crane if you flip that thing off enough, you got to call off the war. If you've ever seen anybody that is stupid about hitting that extractor, tell them to stop. When you have a revolver and you open it, you point the muzzle up, you put the side of your hand against the barrel, and then you slide down and hit the extractor. That way, if you're following the barrel, you don't go this way with it and bend the extractor.
Yeah. And we've wasted another hour of your time.
And I got off on another rant. Sorry about that.
Have a good one, Rick. Y'all have a safe weekend out there too.
Y'all be safe.
Yeah. And remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. And I have no idea what the hell to tell you about this weekend for the weather-wise. So
it's Texas.
It's Texas, yeah. And wherever you are.
Wear shorts and a parka. You'll be fine.
Yeah. And we'll see you later. Remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. Bye.
Thank you.